Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakathum, to you sincere believers. And this is just real quick because I had uploaded a video, or this video on YouTube. It's still on the other accounts, but I took it down from this page because I had found out that basically one of the topics that I talked about in this video, because I spoke on a few things, and one of the topics I brought up, come to find out that I guess it's pretty much information they don't really want out there. So with that being said, that's why I said I took the video down on this page in particular, because as I often say, this is my pretty much my main channel right now. I have all the videos saved up and things of that nature, videos that I got queued up, and videos that I want to look into and stuff. I got it all on this channel, and I just try to play it safe. Try to play it safe on this channel, so I don't get terminated and whatnot. So like I said, I went ahead and removed the video, but I uploaded it here on BitChute, and as usual, the link will be in the description, so you can check it out if you want. But like I was saying with the certain topic, because when you actually look the topic up, going into the I'll just say disease, all right. And if you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. This particular disease or sickness, this particular illness. Actually, when you look it up, they label it pretty much misinformation, which, like I said, makes me to believe that this is something that they don't really want out there. So, just for the sake of the algorithm, YouTube's algorithm picking it up, like I said, I went ahead and deleted the video or removed the video. But because pretty much in the video I was going into how the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, and being that we're at the end of E, all right, the wicked rulers that be, they're doing things in darkness, all right, because these are the spiritual wickedness that these are the powers that work in. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. The powers that be, right? And before I get that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this, because I was just gonna read this precept, but since I'm already here, I'm gonna go ahead and read it, because this is part of why they're getting upset, man. Because pretty much their playbook is being called out on, and one of their biggest tools that they've used is the power of secrecy. But you see, for the most part, the cat is out the bag, and it's not so secret no more. So you see, this is why you hear all this with the misinformation, and they're doing everything to try and block this information from coming out, because any beacon of light in a place just filled with darkness, it's a threat, and this truth being the biggest threat to their empire, right? And even more so because the scriptures say how the Lord, he's exposing the wicked via the spirit of his mouth, talking about his prophets, his men of the Lord. The spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is heavily endowed on the men of the Lord to bring this information out, to expose these devils, and that is the spirit of the Lord's mouth. And again, this is why they have such a problem. They're upset right now, all right, and they're scared shitless right now, because all these things are coming to light, and this is why eventually it's going to come to the time where they're not going to be asking no more, man. They're just going to straight up come with the sword, man. They're just going to straight up come with the blessing, you see. And that's the time that we're vastly approaching. The devil getting ready to come down with his great wrath, because he knows that it has but a short time. I'm going to read this in Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" And again, going into the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai endowed on certain men, starting with our apostles and elders, who are the true leaders over the nation of Israel right now, whether you can receive it or not, whether you can believe it or not. All right, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, and all the men on down, All right, these things have been brought to the light, man. You see, man, and even Esau, his own people is bringing out information against him, incriminating information against him. You see, so we're at the end of this devil's kingdom. And again, this is why these devils, man, they're moving, man. They're doing things. All right, something's going on, man. These devils, they're constantly plotting, right? I'm gonna read this in Ephesians chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood," all right, because this fight of ours, it's not a carnal fight, all right. So it's not pertaining to the flesh, all right, which the flesh is a part of our fight, because as they say in the world, the biggest fight that you'll ever have is the one between you and yourself. That's the biggest battle. But pertaining to this, this isn't, our fight isn't carnal, all right. It says, "But against principalities," and when you look into the principalities, it goes into different levels of demons, man, because we're battling against demonic forces. All right, the top wicked elites, man. All right, they deal directly with Satan, and all type of, demons. They conjure up all type of demonic spirits, man, to with their enchantments and their rituals, and they do all type of things on the left hand, man, to try, because Esau, he's deceived by his own pride. All right, so they do everything on the left hand to try to combat the right hand, but little do they know, when they make their move on the left hand, the Lord is going to exalt the right hand. So little do they know, but nevertheless, this is what we're up against, man. You see, and part of that is with all the chemtrails and because they're trying to completely destroy you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. This is why they put fluoride in the water, and in the majority of the foods that we eat, GMOs and all this other stuff, man. All right, which this is why the earth is defiled right now. All right, but nevertheless, dealing with these demonic entities, man, this is what we're fighting up against. Our fight doesn't consist of getting guns and standing in front of the Washington D.C. That's not where our fight lies. All right. Again, our fight is spiritual. It says, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So these wicked elites, man. All right, like I said, it's all spiritual. All right, and they're doing all type of enchantments, right? Rituals. When the scriptures tell you no enchantment against Jacob is gonna work. Roughly paraphrasing it. So no matter what they do, all right, the elect, they're not gonna be beguiled. They're not going to be deceived. They're not going to be consumed. All right. And again, this is what's pissing them off. All right. He's being found out. All right. That man of sin is being revealed. It's being manifested. All right. And they can't take it, man. And this is why, because this is what Esau does, man. Because he's still dealing with the curse from when he was, when he walked the earth as Cain. Because, being that, Cain is Esau, that's the same spirit that's in Cain, it's the same spirit that's in Esau. And what was the curse that the Lord put on Cain was, a part of the curse was being that, he would be a fugitive from the law. He would be a vagabond. He would be on the run. And you see his crimes are pretty much catching up to him. And what does he do? He tries to point the blame to everyone else. All right. But even more so, Jacob, which, as I brought out in this video, being he's the accuser of our brethren. All right, he's trying to point all the blame towards Jacob, and everything else at that, man. Like with the whole climate change, they try to basically, because like I said, the earth is defiled, it's sick. All right, the earth is all screwed up, and they just had the COP21 or whatever it was. All right, going into with the climate change and how we can, what can we do to fix the climate change. And basically, man, because they're trying to blame everyone on why the earth is sick, right? They're trying to blame everyone else, right? They're trying to blame the earth itself. They try to blame everything except for, who's actually causing all this chaos. You see, just showing how these devils, man, they don't like being held accountable. All right. because it's, you know, the scripture said the spirit that the Lord put in these people is not upright. You know, they're just not right, man. You know, so, you know, naturally, of course, he's gonna, you know, point the blame on everyone else, but even more so Jake. All right, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and this is why, right now, well, you know, over the years they've been building their case against the ministry, so that they can demonize the ministry to give them an excuse to come against the ministry. You see, because, you know, everything is everyone else's fault except for him. But even more so, they're painting right now the face of terror as you know, they paint that narrative on you Jakes, because with this guy that this Daryl Brooks or whatever his name is, you know somehow they you know linking him to the Hebrew Israelites. They're trying to say that he's a quote unquote black Hebrew Israelite, which we never proclaimed to be black Hebrew Israelites. We're not affiliated with that term, but nevertheless, you know, part of his enchantments is his play on of words to get the people to feel a certain way, to feel some type of way, right, in certain situations or whatnot. All right, and that's again a part of his trickery, his sorcery, his witchcraft. Right, because when you read verse 11, it says, "Put on the whole armor of God," right, which means 100% truth. Which there is 100% truth, whether you can receive it or not. There is 100% truth out there, right? It says that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And again, this word wiles going into his trickery, his sorcery, his witchcraft. All right, you see, because like I said, the elect, they're not going to be beguiled. They're not going to fall for it. You see, and like I said, you know, that pisses these elites off, and this is why they're now more than ever, man, with their enchantments and their rituals, and, you know, doing all type of things on the left hand to, you know, do what they do, man, and keep themselves in power. But nevertheless, hey, we're come to the end of his reign, man. The times of the Gentiles is being fulfilled, and he's coming to an end to his empire. He knows it and he sees it, and being that, you know, hey, Esau, he's a sore loser. He's not going to go out. He's going to go out swinging, man. He's not going to go out quietly in the night. You see? So it is what it is, man. But nevertheless, not to make this too long, like I said, just for the sake of, you know, not getting striked or whatever, I went ahead and uploaded the video that I took down. I uploaded it on BitChute. So, like I said, the link will be in the description if you want to check it out. Lord's will, it's a quick lesson. Hopefully it was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shemel Shai, brought a thumb to you sincere believers, man. Lord's will, until next time, Shalom.